Hello.
You may remember me as Bridget Kelly.
No one's here to judge. Who you identify as is who you are. It's okay. So welcome to another episode of Regrettable Reviews. Bridget has a busy concert schedule this season, as always.
We actually were at the same convention. She went to Silver Screen Con. I was there the day after.
Very cool.
We
No,
didn't see
she's at
each
like a
other,
show. Like a
Well, yeah, no, she went to a bunch of concerts after that, but I mean, we went to the same convention, and I know she went to like New Hampshire or something.
Yeah. Heads won't bang themselves, as I said in the post. Kink has joined us too. So we're doing the original OG 1990 Total Recall
With
today.
Colin Farrell.
Hate you so much. I still haven't seen that, and I don't want to. And so I am regrettably Arthur, and this is Thor from Thor Effect Media. He's come to join us for the episode here. So I'm going to dive right in. This is something I made note of. If I wake up from a bad dream, it should be to this every time. There is no other way I want to. In fact, every time I wake up, I want to be woken up like that.
And he complains about his life.
Right? Oh, I wish I could have more. Oh, your hot blonde wife that wants to do you every morning is the worst thing that's ever happened. Go do your construction work and shut up.
You're some jacked Austrian guy who just became the biggest action star. And
you fell into action hero, because you did Conan.
What is it? Bill Burr does a bit where he's like, I failed Rosetta Stone 5 times. How many lifetimes would it take to achieve this? It's such a great bit.
Oh, God. That sounds good. I like Bill Burr. He's good.
This is old Bill Burr. This is classic. It's from We're Not the Same or whatever it's called, but classic Bill Burr.
So Chris had said, tonight we're reviewing Total Recall, or are we just remembering that we watched it? Which is a point I make later on. I get in the subtitles, whose reality is it anyway?
It's funny about that, though, is I watched a lot of Arnold movies, but this one came out in the 90s. I never saw it before today.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why I put it on the list.
You really haven't seen this till today?
Nope.
Oh, I want to hear your takes, and then I'll give you my takes, having seen this, I don't know, like a dozen times.
Well, Dad was a big action fan, and like I saw Predator. I'm guessing the amount of tits in this movie, especially with 3.
Yeah, you get to see 3 twice.
Yeah, exactly. It's the reason I didn't see this when I was a kid. I don't know.
Oh, I had bad parents. I'm sorry for you.
Well, you gotta remember, like when this came out, I was 1.
Okay, I was 4. I didn't see it when it came out, but
that's what I'm saying. Is like I really started watching stuff when I was like 5. He let me watch anything violent, just like sex stuff. Not till I was at least 8.
I feel like my dad was the opposite, and it shows.
That's fair. Because besides this, I was thinking, memory erasing. We could have watched Eternal Sunshine's of the Spotless Mind.
I've never finished that movie. Not that I don't like it. It's just I feel like it's long. It feels long.
It is long.
How long is it?
This is pretty long too.
This is 2 hours. Yeah, just under.
So a lot of movies. I was just gonna make a joke about taking you to dinner first, but you killed it. So.
Oh my God.
No dinner.
No, you're taking. No, I'm fine with dinner.
No, I was gonna make a joke that I'm not gonna go sit there and watch a romantic comedy with you. We're gonna watch an action movie with the same kind of idea.
Okay. So it is a romantic dramedy, Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah, it is.
So
Jess is a big fan of it, and Breaking Benjamin's song "Forget It's" about that song.
Oh, I love Breaking Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin. They did.
I think I've seen them twice.
I've seen them 3 or 4 times. They did the song with the guy from Smashing Pumpkins.
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
Bill Burr's brother.
Yeah, Bill Burr's brother, because that's the universe we're in. Or we dreamt it.
Well, it's that myth has been going on. I just happened to see that's the only thing I've ever seen on Joe Rogan that I enjoyed was Bill Burr talking about that legend and just be like, it's fine. I don't care. We look alike, but like,
because I like his music, but I hate because Howie Mandel's the one that did it. He's like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Because apparently Bill Burr's dad was like a traveling musician, but
yeah,
that's insane.
But like things lined up that the myth could continue.
It actually could be true.
Well, if they didn't know their fathers, yeah.
Well, no, Bill Burr's. I think Corgan didn't know his dad, and I think he really thinks Bill Burr might be his long lost brother.
Really?
His mom said it. That's what started it. His mom said
it's like legit. That. So Billy Corgan really thinks it's true, Whereas Bill Burr knows it's not.
No, Bill Burr's not even sure because his dad was a traveling musician,
Okay.
and that's why he says you brought up a lot of stuff I didn't want because
That's right. In that interview, he does say that. You brought
Yes.
up a lot of stuff I didn't really want to talk about.
Yep. So could be true. But
Sorry, Bill Burr. You can come on the show and tell us how stupid we are.
well, you are. I corrected you.
That's right. You can tell me how stupid I am for bringing it up again.
No, he doesn't want to talk about it, so it's all right. But yeah. Anyway, speaking of crazy fever dreams,
Yeah, right.
that's what this movie feels like to me. And before we jump into it, I know the director feels like it's a dream, but I know the book makes you think either way. And I think the movie does it too.
The book's a little bit more linear. I've never read it, but I was reading the synopsis of it, and it seems a little bit more clear to me that the book, he is a secret agent who was like erased.
But you don't know if you're witnessing his dream or his
Until the end when he gives them he wants to remember the story where he has like these rat aliens that befriended him, and then it turns out it's real.
Wonder what's wild too? This is the same universe as Minority Report, but Minority Report cut all the
Yes, it was supposed to be a sequel to this that they had planned,
which is kind of wild.
Yeah, this also got stuck in development hell. The
screenplay
wrote in 1974.
And then Arnold wanted to really do it, and it started in the 80s, and I think that it started in the 80s really shows because it really feels like it pulls some of the exploitation stuff with like the naked girls. Like I feel like I'm watching
stuff that has nothing to do with the book.
Yeah,
everything that had nothing to do with the book is very 80s exploitative.
Because the way I look at it is like, look at a Friday the 13th movie. It's just like, hey, here's some tits for no reason at all. And
yeah,
I feel like this movie does that like five. Like I was trying to watch it at work too, and I'm just like, well, hopefully no one walks by at the wrong time in this movie.
I got so lucky because I'm watching on YouTube with the ads. It cuts all of the swears, which actually made it really funny because they just go silent. Do you ask blank?
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask you. You ever see the clip of Arnold as Darth Vader from YouTube? It's like 15 years ago.
No.
Someone did they cut like Arnold classic lines from this movie, from Kindergarten Cop, from Predator,
just to make it like all of the Darth Vader stuff. I feel like that would be a fun Darth Vader.
It's just in separate parts. Like they're asking him about like the princess's plans, and it does stuff like she's your baggage. You take, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna watch.
Good.
We're gonna watch.
We're watching that. Yeah,
it's so great.
We can even show people because we can share our screen.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's like 2 minutes, so
that's not bad. Yeah, we can do that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So, what was your thought about what is reality in this movie? What do you think? You can forget the book. Just watching this for the first time, what story is real?
To me, it seemed like a fever dream, and I really think the director really tries to go with it's a dream, especially at the end with the white light.
I think that it's very carefully and cleverly done so that no one storyline can be 100% true.
Yeah, there is one thing that the book does that this doesn't, because I read about it. When he's about to go under, the robot's starting to take Melinda. I think her name is Melinda. I'm terrible with names. Mm-hmm. The robot has her face before he goes into the dream.
Oh, well, in the movie, the ideal woman ends up looking like her.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, like in the book, she explains that she was a model for the company to tie up that end. But the director didn't want to add that because he really felt that it was a dream.
Okay.
And I gotta say, like, what I loved about this movie too is all the practical effects. Usually we don't get that, and everything's CG. And I'm trying to do some short films. They don't use a lot of green screen, but like now that I'm doing like my own filming and my own show, I pick out green screen so easily now.
Yeah, but also green screen, if it's like the background,
it's not
CGI for the background. I'll allow it.
Oh, not knocking.
What's the main scene?
I'm not knocking it. I'm just talking about like when I watched these movies when I was a kid, I would never like.
You'd never have seen it. Yes, no. There's things I see now, and I'm like, okay, that's practical. That's CGI. That's green screen.
That's the thing I want to make a comment about too, is because I watched this in 4K. A lot of these movies, when you watch it in standard definition, it hides a lot of the effects they do. Practical, like Like look at Star Wars. How awesome did Star Wars look? Now you look at it in 4K, you know it's a mini.
So that's the thing. I noticed this watching years ago on my brother had bought. He lives with my parents, a big huge TV, and it was this. I think at the time it was either 4K or whatever was top of line at that point. And I'm watching old movies on it, and I'm like, I see things that they would have edited out if they knew the camera picked it up, but they couldn't tell because it just wasn't a thing.
It's kind of for me. It's kind of a charm to these older movies.
I like it.
Which is
sometimes
like
you see like the side of a set piece.
I rewatched Gremlins 1 and 2 for the first time in a long time.
Could you tell there were puppets? Like, could you like see seams and stuff?
Yeah, there's parts where you can see like the
Stitch
metal, like the metal arms to like move them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because they're like popping out, and like it's something you'd never pick up as a kid. It's not didn't take anything out of the movie for me. It's just interesting to like.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like, oh wow.
Because cool. Like in this, like when they're on Mars for all those creatures, they use a lot of like really good prosthetics on their faces and stuff. Even in 4K, it looked really, really good.
The vagina face guy, how's he look in 4K? I've never watched it in 4K.
You know, look like a vagina face. So
Tony, the vagina face. He literally has a vagina face. What?
He does.
You would have thought that this was Ridley Scott.
Well, you don't wonder what this movie reminded me of, that I could see him in the same world. It's almost Fifth Element. I kind of feel like ideas. Do you see?
I wonder if Luc Besson was a little bit inspired by this for that.
I can see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
just the world.
Yes.
These are more similar than say like Blade Runner. You know,
the utopian dystopia. Like everything looks so great here because we do this shit over here. The
Blade Runner does it too, but differently.
Yeah, Blade Runner is much darker. It's almost like
more cerebral, almost too.
Yeah. Oh, I love Blade
Runner. Oh yeah, it's great. I'm a huge Ridley Scott fan,
and a huge Philip K. Dick fan. Yeah. I mean, 15 movies made out of Philip K. Dick novels. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Minority Report, and you go down like a million of them. Well, it's just like a lot of these like sci-fi writers, they just put out a bunch of stuff, and a lot of them they become movies. And this movie, like I said, it's 2 hours, but it's a good 2 hours. You don't feel like super bored. Like
what would you trim if you wanted to get this down to like the 90s?
This one you can't, but that's what's going to be a point of is like it's like a giant fever dream that's like it's a bunch of set pieces.
Yeah.
Almost like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can appreciate it, but like it's a really good movie to watch. Like I said, it's the first time, but it's also something you put in the background. You don't have to completely pay attention to. You just jump in and this is what we're doing now. But I thought it was like really, really good. It's an interesting role for Arnie as well, I think too. Like
so, I'm getting ahead of myself, but like in the recast portion, I was thinking to myself, Arnie wasn't originally who they were picking.
They thought it'd be terrible with him.
Yeah, they thought there was a couple other people they had picked, and I love him in the spot, and I just can't picture somebody else. I want to picture somebody else, but I just can't figure it out.
I'm going to throw a couple things at you that I'm curious your take on. So, do you want to just jump into that or save it?
The recasting stuff? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, we can jump right ahead. We can skip.
Oh no, we'll do it in your order. It's your show. I jump around, so
no, I'm happy to jump to that because we're talking about it. Let's do it.
So I have two options.
Okay.
I'd love to see Sly here because of rivalry, because Arnie and him had the right.
That's true. That's true.
I'm curious what
what he would have done
because there's that story where Arnold told him to take a movie that was terrible.
Yeah.
So, like, I would just be curious what he would do instead. But who I would pick because of Fifth Element's Bruce Willis.
In 1990, then. Remember, you're picking 1990 Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Actually, 1990 Bruce Willis
he had hair.
Would have been awesome
That's
for
what
a
I'm
fucking
saying.
action star movie like this.
Die Hard.
He's got the charm. He's got the grit. He's got the action. But not like... He's got the gruff action, not the like coordinated, well done action. How do I make it make sense?
Well,
he's a brawler, not a fighter.
Yeah, Arnold's like this big bodybuilder, where Bruce Willis is more like you could see him as a cop.
Yes. So seeing him as some sort of like agent, I fully
blends in more than Arnie
for sure. Arnie's got pretty standout features.
Yeah, exactly. He's tall, gigantic.
His voice.
As Bill Burr says, he's got the big gap that you put the microphone cord through.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, I think that would have been okay. So as far
Bruce
as
Willis was my
an
choice.
improvement, would it have been an improvement?
I don't think so because I think
I think it would have been pretty neutral.
Arnold brings
effect-wise.
charm and like, especially when we watch that Star Wars thing, like, you know, his line delivery, like, we call this a divorce. Like, who else is pulling that off?
The Arnie one-liners, yes.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. So, but Bruce Willis actually does have those.
Looks like you got a comment or something.
I think in the movie, when he picks the ideal girl, they show her, not only is it the same woman, but she's wearing the same clothes. Yes. The other thing is, he says sleazy first when he's about to fall asleep, but
And
then he says demure. Demure. I don't know why I said demure. Demure.
You're thinking Demi? No.
Demi Moore. Yeah, Demi Moore is demure. No, but he says demure. And then what happens in the movie? She is. I don't think that she's really sleazy, but she's more assertive. I think is a better way to put it.
Let's don't dance around it.
Yeah, she's horny and assertive, but I wouldn't call her sleazy. And then in the end, what are they trying to do? They're going to put her in the brain thing and make her demure.
Yeah.
So again, you're never sure what's real, what's part of the simulation.
And like I said, and I think the book probably does it better. Whereas I know the director like felt a way, and I think that it's like 60-40, you know what I mean?
I'm really good at separating my forms of art, though. You know, you have a book, and maybe I'd really love the book. I've never read it. I'll try it. It's probably really good.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have a movie based on it, and the director takes some creative choices. Were they valuable creative choices? I think so in the terms of this movie. I think
and
it's
that's the other
action.
point I want to make, too, is that it doesn't matter what you believe, it be real or a dream, because it's still fun. It's got the set pieces. You have a good time with it. And at the end of the day, like, I like a good ending. My favorite movie is The Thing, and it's got the best ambiguous ending of all.
I haven't seen that in so long. I've only seen it, I think, once.
82 is The Thing?
Yeah.
That ending is so good, you don't know, and they end it perfectly.
And I think that's great, yeah.
And that's what I like about this, is you have good, and that's why I thought it's a good movie.
This movie's what you wanted it to be.
And you can talk about it, like, you know, whether we had the same opinion or different, we're going to talk about both sides, and it's going to be great.
This movie also brought back to the concept that you did not have to have an action sci-fi or a drama sci-fi or a, you know, this could be both. Like, this is packed with story and action.
It's a 1990 movie, but it's made in the 80s.
And I think that's why it managed to pull it off. Yeah.
The 80s.
Because in the 90s, they kind of just go pick one or the other. You want a good story? Go watch Schindler's List. You want
90s, you know, or mid 90s, you got some sci-fi stuff, and then but like later 90s, you're going towards the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like, which is kind of a similar idea to this. I mean, they even do the red pill in this.
Yeah, there's definitely an inspired by for that.
What do you think happens if he takes that red pill? Remember, they're in his apartment, and he's like, "This is the device to tell you you're dreaming," and he just kills his wife, well, fake wife, and
the guy. I want to say that it would have put him under and implanted the memories they wanted. Whether those are his real or memories or not, he would have become Hauser.
Yeah.
Which is a different movie.
You know what? Here's the third movie. They selected him randomly. Hauser was like a super secret agent that died, and they're trying to build him up.
So they pick somebody else, and we know they have these hologram technologies where still she's emulating the person, the hologram. It comes up later.
This is very Metal Gear. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, but
what if Hauser is a real person that he died, and yes, they superimposed this guy's image onto him
to be the next
Hauser. What if Hauser's 007? I, by the way, is a huge 007 fan. Subscribe to the fact that 007 is a code designation for the primary Bond, like the primary.
And I think that makes sense.
It helps that you can watch all of them without having to go
be attached to one, character. Metal Gear Solid. Not to go into a giant gaming tangent. I don't know how familiar you are with the series, but
that's okay.
So the first one takes place during the Cold War, and this one guy goes in. He becomes the best secret agent ever. He was like a Green Beret. Becomes the best like secret agent ever. He ends up getting involved with the government, and this is like a very like glance over real quick. And so they clone him because he's the best ever. and then he kind of goes off his own and creates his own like country that battles them. But they created two perfect clones, and so the original was called Big Boss, and then his original code name was Naked Snake because he had nothing in the woods, and he goes. But it's very inspired by Escape from New York, so that's why they're called Snake. But
that makes sense.
So the two clones are Solid and Liquid Snake, and they end up fighting to the death because one gets corrupted and becomes a terrorist, and then you have
Snake, the spleen.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you have the other one, who is the perfect secret agent, but he's a clone. So not the same. Like this takes place in the '60s, they clone him, whereas like this is in the future, where instead of cloning them, they can just memories.
Yeah, I do also like the name for the book. We can remember it for you wholesale or whatever.
You can remember it, so you don't have to.
Yeah, but it's the name of the book.
Yeah, I saw that.
We can dream it for you wholesale or whatever. Like, it's so good.
Like I said, I think both theories are good, and I think that third theory, like watch it again and really break that down. I think that's also like we can make anyone Hauser, we can make anyone 007, we can make anyone Snake.
Right. These are these super spies that it's just a code name, a code designation. They can do whatever they need to.
There's another movie where someone gets memories and they're like all of a sudden a badass.
Oh, Jason Bourne.
It's
that's a little different, but
yeah.
That one, he is the real person.
But that's why I brought up Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind earlier, because he wants to forget the memories of the relationship. This guy steals his memories to date the girl that he.
Right.
So
I never made it that far.
That's fine. It's
my understanding of the movie is they keep erasing each other, and then because they don't remember each other, they keep falling back in love.
Elijah Frodo himself, though, wants to date her, so he steals the memories and starts dating her. That's he's the antagonist.
He 50 First Dates her, which is great.
I haven't seen 50 First Dates, actually.
Oh, there's a woman with short-term memory loss, a la Memento. And
Memento is a great movie.
Oh, yes, it is. And Adam Sandler starts coming to the same diner every day and learning more about her to trick her into thinking he's an older friend.
Ever meet a girl at a bar? It's the same.
Wow, it's a little different. I don't use 50, interactions.
No, for me, I put the timer. I got 2 hours. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, but 2 hours versus 50 first dates.
No, I hear what you're saying. I was just making a bad.
And at the end of the movie, she wakes up and they have like a 5-year-old together.
Oh, that's
like
weird.
Can you imagine waking up pregnant as this woman?
That's terrible.
And they live on a boat. So like she wakes up on a boat, doesn't remember. Anyway, so it's a terrible movie because it's all about Adam Sandler using deceit to rape a woman and
that's all right.
marry him.
He just makes these movies to pay his friends anyway.
I love Adam Sandler's style. If I could take all of my friends to Hawaii for a month to film a movie, I don't care how much you pay in that fucking movie. It doesn't even have to make money. As long as it makes some of my money back.
That's exactly what he does. But yeah, 90 though was interesting for Arnie. I mean, what year is T2? Is it 93, 94?
94.
I want to say it's 94.
Sounds like my worst nightmare. Yes. So yeah, I think it was 94 for T2. So this is like between
Predator
T1 and T2, and between Predator and T2.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have a lot going on. He just come off his action streak.
He had quite a streak though in the late 80s.
He did.
It's pretty impressive.
Commando. Was that late 80s or was that?
I'm pretty sure Commando's late 80s. It's been a while since I watched. That's one of the ones I used to watch. And of course, T1, T2, as you said.
I mean, again, memorable lines to quote is from that movie is remember when I told you I would kill you last? I lied. Killed him.
Again, that's why
I love
these one-liners. This movie would not work with anyone else. Though Bruce Willis is good at them.
He does have one-liners. That's what I was gonna, like ho ho ho. I have a machine gun.
Yippee ki-yay,
yippee ki-yay, motherfucker. Just the weird shit he says can work.
You see, I think it would be different, and like you said, probably neutral. I wouldn't say it's better, but I think Willis would have done.
It would have been a different movie, but I think I would have liked it equal. No improvements, no losses.
Because like Terminator, it's got to be Arnie. He's a robot, so it's got to be Arnie's got to be. There's not a better Terminator.
He does great, just like straight face. Give me your clothes. Or sorry, your clothes. I need them.
Though again, here's Another thing about 4K though, when he walks into the police office and says, "I'll be back," you can see his eyes not fake through the sunglasses. Because in the original you couldn't tell because it's standard definition. 4K though, you can see his eyes normal. Again, film director in me.
You see those things when you see it in 4K, yeah, that you would never have seen before. I think you can recast Rick in this movie.
Oh no!
Like, who would you put? Michael Biehn, so that it's just the opposite of Terminator. You know,
That would be kind of funny though.
it would be good.
He had a good run. I mean, he was in Alien 2 or Alien.
Yeah, the second best Alien movie.
I agree. Alien, I think, is the best.
Suck
Chris
it!
is shutting down the stream.
That's something we go off the air. The only other thing I could possibly see is Ronnie Cox, Max von Sydow.
Okay.
Would that make it better? I don't like Ronnie Cox because he's a good actor. Let me get that. Let me just be clear here. Ronnie Cox is always an asshole. I've never seen him be anyone admirable.
It's definitely hard to like throw someone else in that role.
But you don't have to be an asshole to be the head of the organization. You could be a charismatic, charming individual. Go to Jurgen Prochnow, Max von Sydow. Like, they could pull that off.
Yeah.
They make it more dramatic and less goofy action.
Want to be kind of fun? Street Fighter movie, Raul Julia.
Oh, I love Raul Julia.
How fun would he be as like the crazy bad guy? Just
as Richter or
I was thinking the CEO guy, the Richter. You know what I'm talking
Copenhagen.
about. Copenhagen, yeah.
It's actually whatever, Copenhagen or something.
Whatever, that guy. It just popped in my head randomly because they're redoing the Street Fighter movie, and I don't know how I feel about it. The castings, the way they showed the casting is interesting, but
I don't know.
It's gonna be terrible. I mean, the Street Fighter movie's not good, and the reason I brought that up too is Jean-Claude Van Damme as Doug Quaid.
Ooh,
that's the other one. Is Emperor.
You still get the accent. You get more of the super spy, like martial arts training stuff.
Yes,
you're gonna get a lot of splits. And
that's how I know I'm throwing a lot, but RVD was the other one I was thinking. And that was like his, Bloodsport. That's his prime, like Bloodsport.
Oh my gosh, I love some JCVD. I cannot get enough Jean-Claude Van Damme. I even like Double Team. That's a terrible movie.
Time Cop's pretty bad.
I like Time Cop. I own both of those on DVD. Unironically,
Yeah, cyborg movies.
Yes, 100%. See, I don't do an action movie show. There's a different channel there's a different show on the channel for that. Otherwise, it would be a lot of JC.
That's fair.
And other stupid shit like that.
His are definitely more like action oriented, 100%. But he's the only one I can think of. I don't think he'd be as good as Willis or Arnold because I just don't.
I do think it would be a tier below. It could be a very fun movie.
But you would appreciate the movie in a different way.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, I just think they have to add in more choreographed fight scenes.
Oh, of course.
Less guns, more fight.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Because he's got the martial arts background. You got to take advantage of that.
Since we're doing the recasting, I have a very specific pick I picked to break the movie. And I don't know if you put any thought into that at all.
I could come up with something. Let me know.
Okay. So I recasted Quaid with Pauly Shore. Can you just imagine Pauly Shore? He could do the one-liners. He could act confused.
Oh man, to break it. I'll have to think about that.
So put some time. Think about that. Any character where the whole movie changes.
Oh, I got a good one. Got his names. The Fly.
Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
Yeah, he would not be good as a secret agent.
Just throwing him in here.
Yeah, just putting him in as Quaid or as who?
As Quaid.
As Quaid, yeah. He can pull off any one of the characters Quaid does.
Yeah.
He cannot pull off the confusion. I don't think I could believe him in all of those roles. as Quaid himself.
You were saying break it. I just think he would be like, I just see him as whatever his name is from Jurassic Park, just being like that guy that's like not believing the dream the whole time, and that's the movie.
Just him being like, nah,
but it's real.
Yeah,
it's the opposite. He doesn't believe it's real, but it's real. That's the movie I see.
The whole movie
that's
is
the
him
broken
in denial.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a fun movie. Definitely breaks it.
Yeah.
All completely broken. Oh, I love it.
Archer kind of did an episode of that. You ever watch Archer?
Oh, I think I watched all of it, but I don't remember.
Archer's great. But remember, he gets amnesia and he thinks he's the Bob because it's the same voice actor.
He does. He works at Bob's Burgers.
That idea.
Yes,
that's what I'm thinking with Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my god, I love it. I would have liked to see them explore the friend more.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then they kind of write him off as just being part of the secret agent. Like
yeah, so the whole
he's the breadcrumb.
He is how you know that it's really Hauser.
Yeah,
not something else. And
or the guy training Hauser because he got injected into a new body.
That's a good point.
That was not the intention at all. I just think it's an interesting wrinkle, though.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been Hauser's handler.
Yeah, exactly. The characters in this are absolutely bananas.
I believe them though; they're real.
But that's what it
reminds. They're not like sterilized.
That's why it reminded me of Fifth Element, though, because you just get like the cab driver kind of reminded me of the guy with the blonde hair.
Ruby Rod?
Yeah. That is over the top, but you know what I mean? Just like
he is that character, that like, eccentric, lots of personality.
Exactly. Because
the Johnny Cab is the bartender. There's a bartender in Fifth Element.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is I think you're right.
I think he's inspired.
Definitely inspired, I think.
Is that based on a book or anything?
I didn't read, I don't know. But see, like Fifth Element I think was what, 98?
Yeah.
I'm usually good with years. I was 9 when that came out, so like I saw that movie like,
oh my god, I can't imagine seeing it at 9. That sounds like so fun for a 9-year-old. It was 12, not incredibly older, but it was still very fun. And I'm just that like pre-10, like everything is so wonderful.
Yeah, and that movie is kind of telling you, yeah, it is, but it's not.
Yeah, everything's colorful and fun, but also explodes.
Shitty. Yeah, that was an interesting watch. Like I said, I think I was a little young for this one, and I don't think my dad. I think what probably happened is my dad probably didn't like this movie as much,
so he just never brought. Yeah,
because like I grew up watching like The Thing. That's why I'm a big fan of it. My dad's like a military guy, so a lot of like military movies with love sci-fi. Like you watch, Predator all the time, and Terminator. He's a big fan of Terminator. So that's why I have a big affinity for movies. I grew up watching them. So
Terminator series, one of the very few series where the sequel is superior, while still also being different in genre from the original.
See, I prefer the original because I like the horror elements to it.
I understand.
2 goes more action.
Like Aliens. Like, he's wrong. He's saying Aliens is better.
He's trying to say, but see, I stick to mine that the horror one's better. So I go.
I in general, I would agree. Because there's a lot of examples of where the horror original is better than the action sequel. I just didn't get a lot of horror out of Terminator.
The first one, you can kind of look at him as almost a slasher villain. I think
you can.
He hunts him down,
but he never gets the target. Like in a normal slasher movie,
he kills more people than most slashers do.
Yes, none of them are main characters that you give a shit about. You don't have a group of main characters that he's killing off.
No, he does. Kyle Reese
at the end of the movie. I'm saying, like in a typical slasher, he behaves like a slasher villain.
Yes,
without executing, killing people. I give a shit.
Counterpoint, though, in most horror movies, you don't care about any of the characters, even the main character.
Fine, I understand that, but at least they're the group we're supposed to care about. Not random cops.
No, I get what you're saying, but I think it. Again, I think it blends horror, sci-fi, and I think that's why
I mean, it's a hard pick for me to pick a favorite of those two. Whereas like Aliens, it's pretty easy.
And T2, I think, is a good movie, and it definitely had a bigger budget, but it kind of tells the same story.
I mean, it effectively was, where instead of Kyle Reese, you have a Terminator. That's it.
Yeah.
They tried to make it more interesting, but it was pretty much just a retelling with a little bit more action.
But I mean, so was the first two Evil Dead movies. So,
well, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are literally just almost a shot-for-shot remake.
One's just got more money.
Yeah, and also decides to lean a little bit more into the black comedy.
Yeah, and they go way overboard. Well, not I wouldn't say overboard, but they go way into it in Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, they just give up the horror. It is black comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And
or horror comedy, not really black comedy, horror comedy.
I gotta appreciate, this movie. I think is actually you could argue comedy a little bit, though. They definitely get a little bit with the one-liners and just the ridiculousness of a lot of the scenes. There's
for sure. There's some comedy to this.
It's definitely like laughing at parts. Or just like,
the shit Benny does. I got 5 kids to feed. Later on, I got 4 kids to feed.
It's like, I got you.
What happened to your kids? I'm not even married.
You got me.
You got me. He doesn't even balk at it. He's, he doesn't care. You have no value to him.
And how different would this movie be if he went with his original cab driver? Like, he just makes a choice there. You know what I mean?
He decides to go with that guy. Why did he choose that guy?
Because the other guy was in there, like, But again, whether he's a secret agent or it's dreaming it, I don't think it would matter. He goes with the other guy, it's going to somehow get him to where he needs to be.
Whether he's the secret agent and has a sense about him, or whether he's just a guy who hears, you have 5 kids and wants to help him out, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He picked that guy.
Oh, I was just saying, though, if he went with the original cab driver, I think he'd still end up where he's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah, he would, but would Benny be able to betray them?
No, but also, this is another movie that's kind of reminded me of with the betrayal, They Live. Because the girl betrays them.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was a scene earlier in this that reminded me of They Live. I can't remember it right now, but there's like something that jumped out at me that made me think They Live. But mostly I was like, this kind of reminds me of Fifth Element is what I was mostly.
I see a lot of it. Fifth Element is more colorful dystopian.
Yeah.
This is very 80s gray dystopian.
Well, yeah, it's more Blade Runner in that idea.
Yes.
But in look and vibe, Blade Runner, but I just think the feel, like this takes place on Mars and like Fifth Element's Earth is kind of like what I'm thinking, you know what I mean?
This, if they were in the same world building, like, and later on, because they're in like the year 5,000? No.
Something like that.
Yeah, so this is only like 2085.
Yeah.
It was very realistic that this could eventually become Fifth Element.
And honestly,
I see that in this, the chance.
Honestly, like with the way AI is going, this will probably be here in a couple of years.
The things that people get AI to do and then just trust it. I give it ideas and then have it respond to those ideas. And then I tool it to be more what I want.
Yeah.
And then I still do my own thing.
I generally use it to like help, like sometimes I'll use it to help like make something more engaging, like something I'm writing and like
right. Like, hey, I want this to sound more like this person.
Yeah.
How do you think that would look?
I use it like the tool it is, and I use it for like 5 minutes a week.
Exactly. You know what? And the people that are like super anti-AI, I will remind them that when Photoshop came out, photographers said that anyone who used it wasn't a real photographer. It's now the fucking standard, and it hasn't put anyone out of jobs.
It's Google search on steroids. All this.
Because it's not even AI. It's just very intelligent algorithmic responses
with a huge data set, which instead of you typing in Google search for 2 hours, right there.
It's much better at determining what you're going for and then using its results and your responses to its results.
Look, I have a YouTube channel too, and I use AI to generate some of my thumbnails. Obviously, if I could pay someone, if my YouTube makes money, 100% I'll do that. But I'm not there yet. So AI is a great tool because I don't have the skills.
Well, but the other thing for that is, are you creating something like groundbreaking with AI? No, you're creating thumbnails for your
YouTube channel.
What if you use clip art, which was available to you?
Yeah.
Would people be as mad about clip art? Because it's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
An artist got paid for something once and never gets paid again. That's clip art.
Yeah.
Are you happier about that? Come
and
on.
For me, I got a job, I run a company. YouTube's something I do for fun. I don't have unlimited time to sit there and I used to make my thumbnails that take me a couple hours, and now I get those hours back because it does something I probably like better than what I would have made, honestly.
Yeah, for me, not I can't do it. So using AI to generate simple stuff like that, I don't really have a problem with.
Yeah, I get where voice actors are worried because they want to do the voice. I'm not okay with that.
Faking voices and likenesses is a problem. But the problem I have when people are concerned about that with deep faking in movies is that's settled.
Yeah.
The courts settled this in the 80s when Crispin Glover wouldn't come back for Back to the Future 2.
Oh, that's right.
And they cast somebody who looked like him and then superimposed his face on them.
Yeah.
And he sued and won.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, people's content gets used, and that's wrong, and it shouldn't happen. That doesn't mean the tool is wrong.
Yeah, and
the criminal is wrong.
I get what they're saying, but when I make my thumbnails, it's usually I send the pictures of myself and my co-host.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, make a spooky thumbnail of this. There's no artist out there with my picture. Well, I mean, they could get it from online, of course.
Could you commission something? Yes, and you'd spend $50 to get a thumbnail for your video.
Again, if my YouTube makes money, gladly gonna hire an editor, gladly gonna hire an artist. But
we all want to pay for editing and producing.
But we I love how you got that in there.
You caught that, huh?
I did. Chris, I hope you did too. Yeah, I use it as a tool in look, for instance, I told it my podcast, I told it my YouTube, I was like, I didn't even send it pictures. I said, this is my channel. Make a good thumbnail of me and my co-host for our next show.
Nice.
And it did an anime version. It was great. It was scarily great. But it was fantastic. I'll up here real quick to show you. You know what I mean? And that's not hurting anybody. It's stealing my data.
Oh my gosh, how far are we in this episode? We haven't even done ratings yet.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
We're 45 minutes in.
I go on tangents. So.
No, and that's fine. I love it. Let's do it. While you're looking that up, let's talk general rewatchability. Would you rewatch it? So I don't know if you're familiar. I kind of follow a similar scale to Big Dumb Monsters, where 5 is rewatchable. So it sort of favors rewatchability.
Right.
But
it did this for me and my co-host.
That's amazing.
Right, I'll show it on camera too. That's me and my co-host, and it looks a lot like me. It looks a lot like her.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
I just gave it my channel. That's awesome.
That's just simple cartoon stuff. Yes, somebody's going to draw on that, but it's not special.
That's my point.
10,000 people could have drawn that.
I couldn't do it though.
That's my point, though. You're not taking it from some prolific artist,
And again, I just told it what my channel is. It looked at all my videos, and it
said, "This is a good fit for that." That's a good idea. I like that. So, ratings. So general rewatchability, 5 is it's rewatchable. Doesn't necessarily mean you go searching for it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So it sort of favors rewatchability because I think in most cases movies are rewatchable.
Yeah. No, but I get. Here's a good example. I think Oppenheimer's an amazing movie. I'll never watch it again.
Right. So for rewatchability, that might be a 4.5.
Because it's just talking.
For what it is, it's a film or whatever. It might be an 8.
Exactly. So
yeah,
it's kind of
we have 2 scales here. So we start with the general rewatchability. Is this rewatchable? I look at from 5 to 6, 6.5, 7, somewhere in there. Is it's rewatchable, but I won't necessarily go out of my way.
Yeah, actually, I'll say for rewatchability because of. I think this is super rewatchable because of you don't know if it's real or not, and you can constantly pick things out to.
I think we're going to be really close here. I feel it.
I'm going to go probably an 8, 8.5 for.
I did 8.5.
So we'll go 8.5. 8.5 works for me. As a movie, I'm probably going to go 7.5.
Yeah, sure. But what about what it does for sci-fi, genre? That was the other rating.
This is where it's tough for me because you got to remember I was 1.
Right.
I'm watching this in 2025 or whatever.
That's true. But you
So,
have to try and picture in your mind.
let me ask you: did this change the game, or did it? It definitely inspired, I think, that element, which we figured out.
So we
Which
can
is,
already give it some points for that,
yeah,
But the other thing is, it uses heavy practical effects in a
which I
time when
really
CGI
appreciate.
was really blowing up. I would say this and Jurassic Park really helped cement practical effects.
Yeah,
Alien, but that was the 70s. But there were movies that helped keep practical effects in the conversation so that CGI didn't take over.
so Jurassic Park, though, they did use a good amount of it's for the time the CG is good, but they did use a good amount of
Yes, they did. They did.
Whereas this is more practical than
Yes. I was thinking all the animatronics they did use and stuff.
oh yeah, yeah, they kind of use
They
on top.
tried. And
Yeah.
like suits. They did suits for some of the
Yeah,
things.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, just like that's how I appreciate the thing is the thing's kind of gross because of it was all practical.
Right. So like it couldn't be
Except for the stop
too...
motion they used at the end. They used stop motion a few times in this, but
Hey, stop motion is still practical effects.
oh no, 100% it is. I mean,
It's
I was just saying like the stop motion looked good in this. The thing, the stop motion was terrible, so they
yeah.
scrapped most of it. Like done well, stop motion looks great.
So just thinking about the movies that were coming out in 1987 through like 1990, they were really starting to, use more CGI. ILM was now up and running and pumping out CGI and no longer caring about the quality of it.
Yeah, it was kind of like because like we were saying, in the 80s, I think they really used practical and they got really good at it. I mean, I rewatched. I've been on a kick. I rewatched Dawn of the Dead, 2004, and the original,
Nice.
and like the practical effects of the 78 one, so good. Savini is so good.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. So for me, I think that this helped keep practical effects in the conversation, and I would argue that some of the ideas in this helped drive what they chose to do in T2. Even
Oh yeah,
think about T2. What if they'd chosen to go more CGI in T2? Now they do for the T1000, but that's just because he's liquid metal. And at the time, there wasn't really a good way to pull that off.
Yeah.
I don't know that right now there's a good way to pull that off.
No, because like some of the CG looks worse now. It's just I don't know. It's movies are in such a weird spot, and then like the thing prequel was supposed to be not CG. They're gonna do practical, then they ended up doing CG over. It looks terrible. So movies here, they look good today. Like I watched this in 4K, and like the prosthetics look really, really good.
So that's my point. So I feel like it motivated people to try and continue with practical effects. So
I could see that.
I would argue that if this had chosen to go lazy in CGI,
I don't think CGI was there for this movie.
In 1990, yes.
Really? Can you give me examples? Sorry.
Industrial Lights and Magic was founded in 1980.
I just another movie in the 90s that
Like around 1990 that used CGI? That's fine.
off the top of your head though, just
off the top of my head, let's see, around 1990. Let's see. Johnny Mnemonic used some CGI.
My point though is I don't think it picked up till like after Jurassic Park. I think Jurassic Park did both, and they're like, "Oh, we can do this."
So we can argue that Jurassic Park broke that then. So maybe this wasn't as impactful. Oh, I see. See what you're saying. Well, let me think about that for a second.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We got something from Chris, I think.
Industrial Light and Magic is an American. Yeah, 1975. Okay, yeah.
I'm not, I think CG's been around since at least the 80s, 85. I mean, in movies,
right, like widely used. But they started to move further and further away from practical things being aided with computer generation to straight computer generation.
You got to remember, I mean, you're only a couple years older than me, but in the 90s, like, look at all of our, like, the new Johnny Quest was all CG. They had, like, so many shows, Beast Wars, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those were all CG, yeah.
They went wild with CG then. And, I still appreciate the shows, but they don't hold up nearly as well as something hand drawn, something practically made, Reboot, yeah, exactly.
The reboot is a perfect example of all CGI.
Yeah, exactly. Beast Wars too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess really the thing that this does for sci-fi genre is the whole "Who am I?" trope.
Yeah, it definitely does the idea of not knowing who you are and questioning reality, and that's the point of it.
So at least looking at that, I would say it's impactful to sci-fi by giving us that. Who would we have Pandorum without this? Have you seen Pandorum?
No, that's lost on me. But I've seen plenty of movies that I think definitely inspired, and obviously this comes from a book from the 50s, I think, right?
Philip K. Dick would have definitely been like 50s, maybe 60s.
And most sci-fi is, you got to think about it. Like, a lot of things were inspired by what's the future going to look like. And we're kind of living in some kind of dystopian version of that.
Oh yeah. So that was something I noted earlier. She was like, "Of course you're always having nightmares. You're always watching the news." And I was like, "Dude, too real, too fucking real.
Well,
You get down a notch. I'm watching a movie to
we'll,
escape."
we'll be here 2 hours, but Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. It was supposed to come out before. It was supposed to come out right after 9/11. 9/11 happened. So they pushed it off
Yeah.
a month, and they changed the whole story because there's going to be a terrorist attack on New York.
Yeah.
So couldn't do that. So they had to change the whole game. But the idea is, and I talked about Metal Gear. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. You being a sci-fi fan, you would appreciate this series. The idea is, after the Cold War, the U.S. government made this thing called the Patriots, and they kind of dictated the world and how everything would go. It's very conspiracy theorist.
Sounds very America, though.
Yeah. So they do that, and then they're getting old and dying by 2000. So they make an AI to continue their mission. And,
Interesting.
And the AI starts taking over, and it's like it tells the main character, yeah, we're gonna feed misinformation. We're gonna pretty much talk about making memes and to guide the public opinion.
And well, that's very World War II, but also very today.
And that's what I'm saying, though, is this was made in 2001.
And they had the idea of we'll use internet culture to steer the conversation, and that's very much real.
The game, there's a good video that a YouTuber I watch. I'll send it to you.
Vagina face.
It's a 2-hour watch, but worth it.
Okay.
Or play the game, because the game will last 2 hours. Is trippy, especially playing it today. It's oh, that's the nightmare I'm living in.
Yeah, that's true of most dystopian things I do nowadays.
Yeah.
Hey, that's too real.
Yeah.
Make your dystopian less real.
Oh yeah. AI, like I was saying earlier, I think AI is a good tool, but it's going to destroy us all, just like Skynet.
A different way, though.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be more like WALL-E is the way it's going to destroy us.
Well, even Cameron said that today he would do Terminator differently. It would just be manipulating social media. And
well, yeah, why would it need to do any of that other stuff? It could just make us kill ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why does it have to launch a single nuke? But yeah, I think it'd be more like WALL-E, though. Why bother? Just convince us that it can do everything for us and do everything for us, which would then lead into the Matrix.
There you go.
Well, I'm seeing Skynet brings us WALL-E, brings us the Matrix.
But speaking of Terminator, did you watch, I think, the Netflix one, Terminator Zero, or whatever it's called? So good. That's another one I almost recommended. It's a show, a cartoon, but...
Well, that's okay.
I figured, maybe if we do this again, that's what we talk about.
Okay.
It's really, if you're a Terminator fan,
I love Terminator.
It's really good. And Timothy Olyphant's the Terminator.
Love me some Olyphant.
Oh, he's great. I'm a big Justified fan. Scream 2.
Yep. Who's that guy that is Timothy Olyphant?
I'm sorry, what?
The guy who looks so much like Timothy Olyphant that people always mix them up.
Oh,
he did a family photo with him.
They did a picture at a game, and they look like
He did. He actually did a family photo with the other guy and gave it to his mother.
Producer. Yes, I remember that. Look it up.
One of them is in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's in the Book of Boba Fett.
I think it's Timothy Olyphant.
Is it?
It might be. I could be wrong though. Oh, we missed it though.
No, he said I'm on it.
I'm on it. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks, Chris.
There's a guy who looks so much like Timothy
Olyphant
that he gave a picture to his own mother. And she was like, "This is a great picture of your family."
So, when I was in my 20s, I was on an FX show. I used to watch them all and I love Justified.
am very picky about my westerns.
That's right.
I don't love westerns.
I don't either,
Tomahawk, I just watched that for the first time.
Oh, Kurt Russell, great.
If it's a Kurt Russell western, there you go. That guy, Josh Duhamel.
Yeah, that's it. Love big Kurt Russell fan. My problem with Tomahawk is I don't like cannibalism movies. I don't know why.
You don't really see them do it.
Okay.
In fact,
that's right.
Have you ever seen the movie?
Drunk. So my memory is very hazy of it.
80% of the movie is between even ever experiencing the cannibals. It's just Kurt Russell in the Wild West surviving.
Everyone says the end's brutal, is all I hear.
It's brutal.
I know.
Yes,
there we go.
I can't tell you which one's which looking at those two pictures.
Yeah.
I feel like Duhamel is on the left.
One of them's Mickey. I don't know.
Yeah.
Scream 2.
Yeah.
Scream kick me. I got a picture with Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich.
Oh, very nice. I like Matthew Lillard in movies. I don't know how he is as a person.
He's pretty awesome, very personable, and
he does seem that way.
He seems to be like kind of how he is on camera. He played Shaggy, you know.
Yeah.
I think you need a certain personality to.
Right, and I think he did a great job as Shaggy. I liked the live action Scooby-Doos.
They're fun.
They're fun. So we did. Oh, we didn't actually drop numbers on how we thought it impacted the sci-fi genre.
See, I guess I'll go 7.5 there, just because I don't.
I have written down 7.5.
The reason is because I don't know, but like that's the problem about me going back to the movie is because like I was 1. But I will say this: it was good enough to get a remake, but I don't want to watch the remake.
Yeah, same. I don't feel like, from what I'm told, the remake is a shot-for-shot remake of this movie. It does not try to include
Colin Farrell? No.
It does not try to include any elements from the book that are missing or retract anything that was added. It just is a shot-for-shot remake of this movie with Colin Farrell.
But they should remake the NES game because they had killer Glorioles. So there's that. Old AVGN joke if you're an AVGN fan. Little arms that come out of the wall. It looks very
gross.
The NES, man.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was. Colin Farrell. Honestly, I could take him or leave him in most things. The only thing that has been absolutely astounding that he's ever been in that I've seen was In Bruges.
I haven't seen that.
It's definitely thinking piece.
I've seen a bunch of his movies. I'm drawing a blank, so I gotta look up.
In Bruges, he's an assassin who's sent there after a job goes wrong with the guy who was training him, which is Mad Eye Mooney. What's his name? Brandon something? No.
Let's see what movies you've been in. I've seen him in a ton of movies. I just can't think of any right now.
There you go, Brendan Gleeson. So Colin Farrell's an assassin who botches a job, and you don't learn how until much later in the movie. He's sent to Bruges with Brendan Gleeson, who's like his handler / teacher, and Ray Fiennes, which is spelled Ralph Fiennes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Just because I need to get this thought off. The reason I remember him is he seems like he plays a lot of secondary characters. Like I forgot he was in Fright Night, the new one.
Yeah, he plays a lot of like backup characters. The ones he's the number one in. Isn't there like the phone booth one he's in?
But is he in the backup? Because this is the main guy, Denzel Washington. Is that the Denzel Washington movie?
In the phone booth one, he's the guy in the phone booth.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't remember if it's called phone booth or.
I know what you're talking about. Is Denzel Washington in that one, or is that?
I don't remember if that's Denzel Washington.
I'm probably thinking of a different movie, to be honest with you, because like again, Colin Farrell to me like blends in the background.
He's not remarkable in any way, shape, or form. So
sorry if you're a Colin Farrell fan out there.
Like, tell us what his best movie is. We'll absolutely give it a shot. For me, it's In Bruges.
He was in Horrible Bosses. I remember that, but I remember Charlie Day more than that.
And in that, he's that like balding wannabe.
That's right. And I forgot Fright Night. He's the vampire in that one. And he gets shadowed by David Tennant.
Obviously,
of course. And it's like, oh yeah, he's that guy.
Colin Farrell is the Penguin in The Batman.
Oh, actually, I haven't seen that yet.
It's good.
I hear it's good.
I actually like it.
The Batman's the one with the old Twilight guy, right? That's
Robert Pattinson.
yes. But I hear he makes a good Bruce Wayne.
He actually does a good. If you picture young Bruce Wayne as still being broody about his parents' death,
like a year one Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he hasn't really figured everything out. He's just, I'm going to beat people up for money. And then there was the miniseries. Yeah, I haven't checked it out.
But my point is, I see Colin Farrell. I imagine him in Fright Night as the vampire. He does fine as that. I don't see him being Quaid.
No, I can't picture him having the gravitas for either Quaid or Hauser.
Yeah. Again, though, I'm still going with my theory that Hauser's an idea, and
there is no real Hauser. Hauser is always just dropped in. I would say, yeah, your red pill thing. It's a good comparison. Red pill, blue pill.
Well, I think Matrix is kind of inspired by this. If you want to talk about that, I mean, they literally use a red pill.
The red pill, you go back to sleep. You wake up in your bed. This was all a dream.
I mean, this is the red pill, blue pill Morpheus scene, just done different.
Yeah.
I mean, way before. I'm just saying, like, given that, maybe they'll bump it to an 8 because they definitely think, Matrix probably borrowed.
Oh, Matrix is heavily borrowed. Yeah.
I'm not a big Matrix person. If Shannon's still here, she's the Matrix nut. So
for me, The Matrix, groundbreakingly fun movie.
The sequel's boring.
The sequels are all bad. I don't know. I haven't seen the most recent one, but I couldn't even finish.
That's another thing I want to mention. What the fuck is up with him getting kicked in the balls all the time, dude?
I wanted to all about his balls.
I wanted to get a counter, dude. He gets like,
he's like, oh, if I'd known, we should have done that. We should have had like a running counter on the screen.
Chris, get up! No, it's like, remember The Simpsons where it's like guy gets kicked in the ball by football? It's like that's this.
Yes. I don't know what else there is to say about this movie. It's great. It's very enjoyable. I feel like it had an impact on the sci-fi genre in that I can't think of examples where CGI was taking over in 1990, but I definitely feel like this it kicked the can down the road for sure.
Yeah, see, you like again, you'd probably know better than me just because like a lot of the films I watched were 80s and then probably like mid to late 90s because you got to remember I was not really watching movies.
Even if you go back into the 80s, when you watch like movies from 87, 88, 89, you will see CGI in the ones that people don't remember.
Yeah,
that's the thing. The ones that people didn't love are the ones that had the CGI.
Yeah, and there's definitely some moments and movies I remember that did it briefly, but looked terrible, so they didn't really do it. And again, like I said, all the 90s shows I grew up on, a lot of them used CG.
Of course, yeah.
Like Chris said, Reboot, Beast Wars, it was huge.
I feel like cartoon CGI is
it's got a charm
than live action CGI.
Yeah, it's got a charm.
Love The Matrix, but it did have some borrowed ideas. The sequels were lackluster. Thank you. Animatrix was kind of cool. Yeah, I watched that. I would agree with everything she just said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my co-host. So if you ever want, shameless plug, if you ever want to check us out on Saturday.
Oh, please. Everybody should check out their show on Saturday. BGM?
BGM show. It says for Beer Gaming Movie Show. But we talk about everything. We talk about beer,
gaming,
new games, movies, and music. So that's the idea.
BGM.
Well, no, BGM is background music in games.
Oh.
So
okay.
Music's never the big subject, but like for instance, we're at Silver Screen Con a week ago, so of course we talked to concert, and her and I go to concerts all the time. So
I'll get to as many as I should.
But our main focus is gaming and movies, and I'm the gamer, and she likes movies, so yeah.
Well, we're sci-fi movies here. Big Dumb Monsters is their monster movies. Defenestration Hour does their action movies.
I know. I have to infiltrate that show next.
I keep telling them, like, oh, I want to guess if you do this movie, and then they forget or I forget. One of us forgets, and then it just like they have to do the episode, and I'm like, damn it, I missed it again. How dare you do that without me?
But yeah, like I said, I think we broke it down. I think it's definitely like worth a watch. It's interesting. I don't want to even see the remake, but
That's how good it is. I
what
don't care that there was a remake.
what I love about it, like I said, is whether it's a dream, whether it's he is a secret agent,
It's irrelevant. But
or
you could, whatever your feelings on that, you can watch this movie and enjoy it.
or the third one, he's Hauser, like 007.
Yep.
I'm going to push that on Reddit tonight, so follow that and let's get that some upvotes. And
that would be a different movie, by the way, if he did get the Hauser implant with the red pill and became Hauser again,
yeah,
but didn't forget the Quaid life. And so it's one of those, I remember my bad life. You know, the amnesiac movies where they realize they're the bad guy.
yeah, exactly.
And then now that they have positive memories, they choose not to be the bad guy anymore. Yeah. So that could have been.
Yeah, it's a pretty big
So this one's
profile.
wrong.
Baldur's Gate 3 does that if he plays a Dirge. Spoiler.
I haven't finished it yet. I
Well,
love Baldur's Gate.
if you're playing as a Dirge, that's kind of the idea.
I didn't make
See, that's what's interesting too. It's just the characters. Like Benny, just like he stands out. He's every scene he's in.
He's fun. He takes over the screen, and he's not like a main character. But like when he's on the screen, I want to pay attention to Benny. You know?
Exactly. And then him with the betrayal, it's great.
It works because so far it's been like he's upset he's being shot at. He's cares about his family that doesn't exist, but you don't know that yet.
And they can go to both narratives. He's either a secret agent as well, or an assassin or whatever, or he's part of the dream that adapts.
Right. The dream has to fix itself because the story has changed.
Yeah. And again, that's why like what's great, what they do well with this is you can believe both and both can be true.
Yeah.
And that was the intention of the book. Though I think this movie does lean, again, my opinion is I think he's a director, it leans more into it being a dream. The white light at the end.
Yeah, it's him waking up from it. But I don't understand the premise of how that would work. I don't want to get into too much of another tangent, but like if you take this dream and the whole premise of Recall is you wake up with no memory of going to Recall, you just have those memories implanted. How am I supposed to go back to my life believing that? Well, let's say his wife is really that other lady.
Here's the dark idea: he's having an aneurysm with the lobotomized, and
this is what happens when someone gets lobotomized.
It's just like your brain scrambled, and
they couldn't make it work because you couldn't make your story fit. Yeah, your brain couldn't handle it, and so at the end, that's the white light is him getting
lobotomized or dying. You know, or like they said, you know, you're gonna feel like it's just happened to you, and that's how they shove it in your head, and like you become Hauser.
The only way it would work for me is if Melina was his real world wife.
She could be.
And then he goes into all of this, and then when he wakes up, he goes back home, and there's Melina, and it all works out. And we don't have that scene.
But they don't want you to.
I get that. But that's what I'm saying.
That's
Imagine that.
Like,
this is all just Recall.
In the Recalls, like, everything merged, so he gets a little bit of real, a little bit of so.
And that's why he ends up with Melina, is so that he's happy with his wife in his real life.
And that's the whole dilemma of this is
like it.
You know, you can't be wrong. And I saw it for the first time today, and I like both. And I don't hate, like, you know, sometimes they do this and you hate one of them.
Right. Well, I like all the possible outcomes.
I'm perfectly okay with it being either way. And again, like I said, the director felt like it's a dream. And I think the reason I say 60-40 a dream is the white light at the end, because when you wake up in the dream, it's just kind of like, that's waking up. That or death. Yeah.
It's got to be one of the two.
Yeah.
But again, they give you the options. Yeah. So that's Total Recall. I say watch it. Yeah. I think we can agree on that for sure.
Check it out.
Definitely rewatchable. Have some thoughts multiple times. Have some drinks multiple times.
And like I said, what's great about it is because it's a bunch of set pieces. Like, definitely watch it.
Great sets.
Definitely watch it all the way through one time. But like, if you put it on the background, like, you can go do something and just jump right in. And there's so many memorable scenes, like the X-ray scene, him pulling the thing out of his nose. It's
the nose scene. Yeah.
so much fun.
What are you guys doing on Saturday? What do you cover?
We are this new Leonardo DiCaprio Next Battle or whatever it's called. The trailer looks amazing.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't seen it.
It's getting a 10 out of 10 everywhere.
Nice.
It's supposed to be like best movie of the year. So we're watching that Thursday. We're gonna talk about that Saturday. There's a PlayStation State of Play tomorrow, so there's a lot of news for us to talk about Saturday. It's gonna be a good time.
Nice.
And
I'll see what my schedule is. Maybe I'll post it.
Yeah, you're always welcome too. And we always have a good time. You know, we get some good people. So we always like having people in because more chatters makes it funner for us and makes it more engaging. You know,
Right? Yeah.
And outside of that, I'm working on a couple of Retrograde's my game review show. And, I review classic games. I also stream on Twitch. So
very cool. I'm trying to get into doing that for sci-fi games.
Finishing Metal Gear Delta, and I'll be playing Silent Hill F. So that's gonna be fun.
Cool. All right. Well, other than that, I think on Monday we got another Big Dumb Monsters coming up, and actually, tomorrow should be Fighting with Friends. Thursday should be Fighting with Friends on their own channel.
Before we go, do you want to pull up that Schwarzenegger Vader thing?
Oh, yeah, you go ahead and do that one. Because I wasn't smart.
You said you wanted to play it.
I do want to share our screen.
Sorry, guys. Trying to find the cursor here. Oh, he's got it. Chris has got it. He's ahead of us. Thank you, Chris. He knew what I was talking about. We'll have to wait for Art gets back, though. We can say, told him he'll appreciate this. Chris found it for us. Oh, awesome. Are we going to be able to hear it? He plays it?
I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, it's playing.
The Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
You're a damaged goods lady.
Fuck you.
Holding her is dangerous. Word of this gets out, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion in the Senate.
She'll give away our position any chance she gets. She's your baggage. You fall behind, and you're on your own. We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is My Daddy? And What Does He Do?
To be or not to be? Not to be.
Jesus. This boy.
My ex-girlfriend sent me this like 15 years ago. Or whatever, 10 years
Come
ago.
on, don't bullshit me. You give me the names of your drug suppliers and distributors, and I'll tell the judge what a nice cooperative killer you are. One of us is in deep trouble. We lack discipline. It's time now to turn this mush into muscles. You're a fucking choir boy instead of me. A choir boy. Stop being such a pussy.
I tell you, the station will be operational as planned.
No more complaining. No more to go to the bathroom. Nothing.
But he asked the impossible.
There is no bathroom.
I've accepted the truth that you were once Anakin Skywalker, my father.
I'm a cybernetic organism. Cyberdyne Systems Model 101.
It is the name of your true self you've only forgotten.
You cold-blooded bastard. I'll tell you what I think of it. I live to see you eat that contract. But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Do it. Do it. Come on, kill me. I'm here. Come on. No, kill me. It's not a tumor. Not a tumor.
Oh, man. It's like, it's a great cut. I'd love to see full movies of that.
Oh yeah, that's what I would use AI for. You know,
Make the Arnold.
Yeah, you find Arnold
Vader
quotes for this. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So tomorrow we should have Fighting with Friends. Thursday they'll do their own channel, Fighting with Friends. Saturday is BGM.
Well, that's
On your thing.
on our channel. You can.
We're just plugging it. Thor Effect Media.
Thor Effect Media on Twitch, YouTube. It's TE Media.
Yeah, TE Media. That makes sense. Monday will be another Big Dumb Monsters, and I think possibly next Tuesday is also another Regrettable Reviews, because we had to push out 2001 for Bridget's very busy concert schedule. But potentially Tuesday will be another, because I don't mind being more frequent. We promise to be more regular. That's all I can say. If somebody's not available,
or at least dream it.
Or at least we dream to be regular.
Anyway, I'm sure I'll be back at some point.
Oh, definitely. So never, don't touch alien eggs, and never trust the android.
I don't have anything cool to say except check them out, check my channel out, and it was good hanging out. I'll see you all soon. I'm not